I just had several stressful moments with the Mini 5 Pro, and I want to share my 3 key takeaways when flying this little guy on windy days like today. We've been wanting to fly the Mini 5 Pro in the wind, and today seemed like the perfect day. I believe it's rated at a level 5 for wind resistance, which means around 27 miles per hour or 12 meters per second as the maximum wind speed. I checked several local weather reports and found that the wind was around 20 miles an hour today. I put an ND filter on the Mini 5 Pro and took off. I decided to fly over water because I didn't think anything would go wrong, and everything seemed fine until my altitude just started dropping without any input from me. And at that point, I did not see any wind warnings pop up on the screen. So I raised the drone back up, at which point a warning did appear on screen, but it promptly went away. I know it's windy, but I just wanted to see how well it could perform. However, what I was not paying attention to was the fact that the battery level was dropping by about 1 point every 10 seconds. Fighting against the wind takes a lot of energy. Anyway, oblivious to this, I kept on flying until a low battery return to home was initiated. I was over the water, but still very close to the shore. I canceled the return to home and decided to fly back manually. The drone started descending pretty rapidly on its own at this point. So I raised the left stick to see if it would go up, which it did, slowly. And I was trying to get away from the water as fast as possible, so I switched into sport mode. But it felt as if I was flying in cine mode. My right stick was all the way forward. I even switched into normal mode and back into sport mode just to make sure I wasn't going crazy. And still, it was just crawling along, and I thought I was going to have to land in the grass somewhere. In hindsight, this is probably a feature, not a bug, but I wasn't expecting it. I did make it back to the shore safely and learned 3 things from this experience. Number 1, the drone's altitude can decrease on its own when it's very windy. Number 2, flight time is drastically reduced because of the heavy battery consumption. It's around 1 point every 10 seconds rather than 1 point every 20 or 25 seconds. Number 3, sport mode was just as slow as cine mode when the battery was critically low. Now the wind may have played a part as well. In fact, I decided to change batteries and take it on another flight and fly into the wind in sport mode, full throttle, and I was flying a little slower, but it was close to 11 miles an hour, I think. And when I turned around, it went really fast, of course. So I feel like it was fighting the wind, but the low battery was really reducing how fast it goes in sport mode. Also, one other thing that happened after a gust of wind was that the horizon went slightly askew. I did have an ND filter on the drone, so maybe that extra weight contributed a little bit. But it's been a while since I've flown a DJI drone and the horizon line was not level. Maybe the larger gimbal plus the strong wind just was too much to handle. Anyway, hopefully this video gave you some insight into how the Mini 5 Pro handles the wind. Thanks for watching Ready Set Drone.